Hi, welcome to Spanish 101, and today we're going to be talking about comparisons of equality when using adverbs. Our hope is that by the end of the video you'll be able to see and understand the construction required to come up with comparisons of equality when describing how an action is being done. So first of all, let's look at 3 examples in English so we kind of see how this works. And let's go to the first one. John runs as fast as Sam does. The second one, Sam swims as slow as John does. And the last one, I listen to music as loud as Paul does. So as we can see, there's a pattern and we're going to break it down so we understand. So let's take example number first and understand how it works. So first of all, we have our subject. The second thing we have, it's going to be a verb. And notice how the verb has to be conjugated to whoever is the subject. And so that's very important to remember. The second thing is we have the sandwich, and we've seen this before when using adjectives, where we have our sandwich and we have our adverb in the middle. Okay, the next thing we do have is our noun and our auxiliary verb. So we use that in English, but in Spanish it's not going to work the same way. So this is our basic construction and how to compare equality using adverbs. So the only difference that we can see from adjectives is instead of having the verb said, we have a verb. It could be any verb because you're comparing that. And we have another sandwich with an adverb in the middle. So this is the basic construction. And okay, so let's look at the way it works in Spanish. So the first example says, John corre tan rápido como Sam. Sam nada tan lento como John. Yo escucho música tan fuerte como Paul. So notice that again we're seeing these patterns and this kind of formula that we need to follow, where some things don't really change, and as long as you follow that same pattern, you'll be fine. So here's so we can just look at it really quick. So again, we have our subject, we have our verb that is conjugated to the subject, we have our sandwich with our adverb right here in the middle, and we have our noun. And as you can see, it's the same thing. Subject, verb conjugated to the subject, a sandwich with an adverb in the middle, and our noun. The same thing here. Subject, verb conjugated to the subject, sandwich, adverb, and our noun. So that's basically what you need to be looking for when constructing those sentences. So here again we have a subject, verb, it could be any verb, sandwich, adverb, and noun. So that's the important thing. If you are comparing how an action has been done and it shows equality, then this is the way you need to do it. So let's work and come up with a few sentences, okay? So let's use the verb bailar. And so let's see, John and Sam. So let's say that John and Sam can dance as they both dance beautifully. Okay, so we would write something like this. John baila tan bonito como Sam. Okay. John baila tan bonito como Sam. So here again we have our subject, our verb, then our sandwich and our adverb, and our noun. Notice how this adverb, it's the same way that we would do an adjective. So there's an adjective that's also bonito. Ella es bonita or él es bonito. But in this case, bonito is being used as an adverb. In that case, notice that with adjectives you have to change it based on the gender of the subject, But in this case, since we are describing the verb, you don't need to make that feminine. If you had, instead of Genevieve, you had, let's say, Maria. If this was our subject, you still you don't have to change it to feminine, because what you're describing is the verb, not the subject. Okay? So just keep that in mind, that a few adverbs are going to be written the same way as an adjective, and some can be used as either or. For example, bonito, it's one, alto, it's another one. But here, alto, instead of meaning tall, it means loudly. So you just kind of have to see what way you're using it. Are you using alto as an adjective, or are you using alto as an adverb? So you just have to be aware of that. So let's come up with another one. Let's use cantar. And let's say Maria sings as loudly as Sam. So Maria canta tan alto como Sam. Okay? Maria, and I'm following that formula right here. Maria canta tan alto como Sam. So that's a basic formula to come up with comparisons of equality when an action is being done at the same level, or at the same frequency, or the same manner. So I hope that this video was useful for you in knowing how to do this, and thank you for watching.